So today I'm going to do a book review video, and I have 7 books that I read this month. So the first one I want to talk about is this book this book series you can only get at Target. I don't know why you can't get it at Walmart. But this is a Dorothy Must Die series, and what this series is about, it's about, Dorothy comes back to Oz after her first time in Oz, like in the movie. And she's destroying Oz, and she's like a tyrant. And, this girl, Amy, comes into play. She comes to Oz, and she has to try and kill Dorothy and help save Oz and stuff like that. So this is the 3rd book in the series, and it came out this month, like the 15th, I think. And this is the 3rd book. It's Yellow Brick War, and it's by Danielle Paige, and her books are so good. Like, there's ebooks that go along with these books. I'll show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. That goes along with these books, but now the ebooks are in like a volume set, so you can get them, and the ebooks are just like $3 or something, like if you buy them on a Kindle, and they're about like each character that's in the books, like the Wizard, the Scarecrow, Tin Man, the Lion, stuff like that. And Glinda, I think Glinda has one, I'm not really sure. What happens in this book is in the second book, which was, The Witches Will Burn, it's still the Dorothy Must Die series. It's Dorothy Must Die, The Wicked Will Burn, or The Witches Will Burn, and then Yellow Brick War. And what happened in the second book, is that Dorothy and Amy get transported back to Kansas. So the story picks up in Kansas, and Dorothy finds a way to get back to Oz, and Amy has to find a way to get back to Oz to defeat her. And then she gets back to Oz, and that's all I'm going to say. So you have to read it yourself to see if Amy kills Dorothy in this book or not. You never know. It looks like a big book, but the chapters are really short. The chapters were maybe 5 to 10 pages each. And there was 40-some chapters in it. And it was a really good book. I finished this book in a day and a half, because it was really good and I couldn't stop reading it. But if you haven't read the Dorothy Must Die series, you have to. I highly recommend you read it. It's one of the best series that I ever read. My top 5. So, this book I got at Target too, and I am obsessed with Harry Potter. I'm a Potterhead, or whatever they call people who are fans of Harry Potter. And this one wasn't written by J.K. Rowling, but it's a Harry Potter book, and it's the property of Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's by Newt Scamander. I don't know if that's how you say it, but this is what it looks like. It's a small book. It only had 85 pages in it. And what this book is about, it's about, all the monsters and some that you never even heard of from Harry Potter. And, Harry Potter, ish type of monsters. The basilisk and, the troll and a yeti's in there. And there's, all these different kind of animals. And it goes in alphabetical order. So it goes from A to, Y, because they don't have an X and Z one or V one too. But that book was really cute. It has little descriptions of each of the animals, and it's just really cute. I really liked it, and it's only at Target. You can't buy it at Walmart. But yeah, it was a really cute book. This is what it looks like, by the way. It's a little hardback book. This book I got at a book sale, and this is called The Cat Who Dropped a Bombshell by Lilian Jackson Braun. I don't think she ever writes anything, or I haven't seen anything by her that was different. She writes about this cat, but this is what it looks like. And what this book is about, it's about, all the books, it's about a small town journalist, semi-retired journalist, and he has these 2 cats, Coco and Yum Yum. I think that's how you say their names. And Coco helps Quill, Quill, solve mysteries, murder mysteries. Sometimes they're just regular mysteries. And this one was about, the town was going to celebrate their 150th anniversary, and something happens at one of the parades, and Quill, with the help of his cat, has to figure out who did what happened at the parade and who did it and why. And these books are really cute. Like, this book had 20, I think, no, it had 19 chapters, and it's a really short book. Like, some of her books are either 100 or like 180. This one had, I think, 180 something pages in it, and then they only go up to 200 sometimes, and they're really small, like, they're not that big. But I like those cat hoosers. Like, there is, like, a specific order to where you read them, but it's not like if you don't read the first one, you're not going to understand the whole series if you read, like, the 6th one. It doesn't really matter what order you read them in. At least I don't think so. So this is my classical literature type book for this book review, because I have so many literature books to get through. So each book review, there's going to be one that's, like, boring, which is the literature ones. At least I think so. So this is the case book of Sherlock Holmes by author Conan Doyle. And these ones are the ones, I got these at BAM, which is Books A Million, I think that's what it's called, like a few years ago. And they only have the Colin Classics ones there. And sometimes you can't find, like, audio on LibriVox. Usually I use LibriVox when I listen to, like, stuff instead of Audible, because I don't have, I don't know. But, I don't know. I just like LibriVox better because it's free. But you can't read, like, on LibriVox, it's usually just classical books or plays. It's not, like, popular books that are out now, like, on Audible. But this is called Colin's Classics. That's, like, the type that I get. And this book was only $3. It was in, like, a discount bin with some other classical books. And it was only $3. I think it was, like, $2.97, so it was, like, $3. So, this is what it looks like. And this book wasn't that good. Like, I mean, the only one I ever, like, I read it, and the only one I've ever liked by Sherlock Holmes was The Hound of Baskervilles. I think that's what it was called. And this book, I don't know what, but some of these mysteries I don't think were, like, solved. Like, each chapter is a different mystery, and there's 293, pages in this book. I don't know how many chapters. Hold on, let me see. There's 12 chapters in this book. The cases weren't that good. Like, some of them were really weird, and then some of them were sort of like, well, why didn't he solve the mystery, I guess. It wasn't a good book. This book, I don't think I showed you guys, this book, it wasn't that good. So don't waste your money, because it wasn't good. This is, I went to, I don't know, like a couple months ago, I think it was like maybe it was in January. Yeah, I think it was in January, and it was, a book sale, library book sale, and for some reason, I got a theme, and it was biblical books. So this one, it does have to deal with biblical stuff, but not technically really. But this is called The Marks of Cain, and it's by Knox. And this book, the only way I could describe it is it's sort of like the Da Vinci Code series, sort of. And this is what it looks like. And I don't really, like, it was really a weird book because some chapters, it was about this main character. This main character's name was David Martinez, and his grandfather died, and he said how he wanted, before he died, his grandfather said, you have to go to this place and talk to this person, and what happens is it talks about, they go, I forget, I think he went to, like, France or something. And, it was just a really weird book. Like, it was sort of like the Da Vinci Code, so if you like the Da Vinci Code, you'll probably like this book, but I personally didn't like it, like, a little bit, but just because, like, there were so many different things you had to remember, and you had to remember, like, this guy's bad, this person is the main character, this person isn't, stuff like that. It was really weird, and it was about, it was sort of about, like, the Nazis, and it was about the marks of Cain. I think, did I call it the curse of Cain? It's the marks of Cain. And stuff like that. But it was really okay. Like, I liked it, but it wasn't like the Da Vinci Code, but it wasn't like the same format like the Da Vinci Code is, but it's sort of like the same kind of. So this book I really didn't like, and I don't know, people are gonna say, well, you didn't get it because blah blah blah, but this book, I don't know if most of it was fictional or most of it was taken from the Bible, because it's about an actual person, and, well, persons, I guess you could say, from the Bible. But I don't know if it's all fictional or if it's all, like, what happened in the Bible. I don't know. But this is called The Red Tent. And The Red Tent, I forget if it was, like, a movie or if it was, like, a show on TV, but I know it was one of those that it was like a movie that was made for TV, or it was a series on TV for like a couple weeks and then it was over. But it was by Anita Diamont. I don't know how you say her last name, but this is what it looks like. And what this book is about, I think it's in three different parts, and three parts, and it's about this girl named Dinah. I think that's how you say her name. It's Dinah. And the first part is about, it's about her, she has, like, her mother is Leah, but she calls all of Leah's sisters her mother because they all were married to the same guy. I think it was Jacob. And the first part is, she's not in it. It's about, she's telling us what her mother told her about before she was born, like, what happened, and, like, how Jacob came to, her mother's tribe, or whatever you want to call it. And stuff like that. The second part is her life, and then the third part is her dad's story. And I never heard of this person from the Bible, so I don't know if, like, most of it is from the Bible or some of it isn't, or just the people are from the Bible and the story is fictional. Like, I don't know. It's complicated. But, it wasn't that good. Like, the ending was kind of stupid. And towards the end, it was like, I didn't really understand some of it. Like, I'm like, I didn't, like, it was like, there was this one part where, like, Dinah was married, and then somebody, I don't know if it was, like, one of her, like, brothers from one of her aunts or whatever, killed her husband, or somebody came into their tribe and killed him. But she ends up in Egypt, and then somewhere along the line, it's either her brother or some random person that knew her comes and takes her back to the tribe because her dad's really sick. But then back to, like, where they said about when she went to Egypt, they said that, she said all of her brothers and sisters were dead, but then I'm like, how could her brother come back and say, how could her brother come to her and say, oh, like, our dad's dying or whatever, you know? So, I don't know. I mean, maybe I just really wasn't paying that close attention. I don't know. But, there weren't that many, the chapters were really long in this book because it was just in parts. But, yeah, like, if you, like, I don't know, like, maybe if you knew who Dinah was in the Bible, you might not like that book, but I don't know. And this book I really didn't like either, but it's from one of my favorite Amish authors. It's by Wanda Brunstetter, but it's not an Amish book. It's called Love Finds a Way, 3 Modern Romances Making Falling in Love Single and Sweet. And there's 3 different stories, and they're usually, like, when she writes a series, like an Amish series, all the characters are the same in the whole series, but then each book the main character changes. But this one, there were three separate stories about three separate people, and it was Blueberry Surprise, Grandma's Dolls, and Matchmakers 911, and each of them had like 10 chapters in it, and the words were pretty big on a page. Like, they were really big on a page. That's why I read it in like a day, but or maybe 2 days, I don't remember. But this book was like, it wasn't that good. Like, I like her Amish books better. Did I show you what it looks like? This is what it looks like, by the way. It really wasn't that good. Like, I think that these three books were kind of corny in a way, because it wasn't like it wasn't like a series where, like, they draw out, like, the relationship. I don't know. It was like, oh, like, it was sort of like they were like quick books. It was like the people that fall in love meet each other, and then they date, and then there's like a little spoof or whatever, and then they get back together, and that was the whole book. The whole, like, mini book. I didn't like it. Those were my book reviews for the 6 books I read for the month of March. Comment below and tell me some of your favorite books you read this month. Or give me some book recommendations you want me to read. Give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time with another video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.